Hello, and welcome to the Court Case Review. The case we will be reviewing today is Bethel School District versus Fraser. This case took place in 1986 when Matthew Fraser believed his First Amendment right had been violated after he was swiftly punished by the school for delivering a speech which the school deemed inappropriate. He won at the Court of Appeals, so the school decided to take it all the way to the Supreme Court. We see all 9 justices in this case. However, only 5 deliver any speech. Justice Berger delivers the major opinion. His speech is the longest of any other justices. Justice White, Powell, Rehnquist, and O'Connor are all on the majority side. Justice Berger does mention them in this piece, but only where they specifically agree or disagree with the point he makes. Next, we have the concurring justices. Justice Blackmun provides a short footnote about the fact that Fraser was allowed to speak at the graduation ceremony and was only suspended for 2 days. Justice Brennan, unlike Blackmun, gives a much longer speech in which he expresses how incredulous it is to believe that Fraser was punished for this speech. He even says, "I find it difficult to believe that this is the same speech that the court describes." Although he disagrees that the speech is obscene, he still does think that Fraser was justly punished. He makes a series of syllogisms using previous court cases that lead to show Fraser's punishment was just. The final 2 justices maintain dissenting opinions. Justice Stevens provides the longer of the 2 speeches. He uses analogies and other court cases to defend the respondent. One example is that Fraser was an outstanding student who knew the other students well enough to determine whether the speech would be inappropriate for them. He also said that Fraser had no indication that he would be punished for this speech. None of the teachers gave any indication of this either that Fraser had talked to. The final justice who presided over the case was Justice Marshall, also dissenting. His section is also quite short, and believed that the court failed to demonstrate that the respondent's marks were indeed disruptive. I think overall this case was accurate. Matthew Fraser was allowed to speak at the graduation ceremony, and his only punishment was missing 2 days of school. This really isn't a whole lot of punishment, but the speech really wasn't a big deal either. I will rate this case based on the accuracy toward the conclusion. I would give it about a 7.8. The reason being, I think Justice Brennan had the best examination of the case, and it's slightly different from the majority opinion, but I think it's the most accurate. Thank you for watching the Court Case Review.